This is the strangest thing that ever happened to me. Since that incident happened, there hasn't been a day that I haven't thought of it.
Over there where you live, there was a cemetery before they built those houses. I said, okay, so we probably have ghosts. What am I gonna do? And I said, look, this is really not good. I don't like it.
Sometimes you think, I don't know, it's possible. It was a dream, even though I thought it wasn't a dream. Or maybe some form of temporary psychosis. But when you see something like that, when it leaves some physical evidence that you have there, how can I deny that?
Fight or flight? Maybe it depends on the danger. Maybe it depends on the person. But I think most of us would fight tenaciously if our lives or our families' lives were threatened. But what if the danger was coming from a ghost? That would make the fight a little more complicated. How could we possibly defend ourselves against the paranormal? Hi, I'm Lawrence Chow. Today in Ghostly Encounters, we'll meet a man and a woman who both tell of being attacked by demons and ghosts. Both fought back instead of giving in to fear. And for Victor Trantos, the choice to fight was a no-brainer because he believed the demon was about to kill him.
I remember lying on the bed sleeping with my partner. I look at the clock, I went back, I drift back to sleep, and I started dreaming that I was lying in bed right where I was. And the darkness somehow stirred and changed form in the room. The room was about half dark, so you could still see a lot of things, the furniture, what was in the room. And all of a sudden, there was this creature sitting on me on my chest. It had a round, ugly head. He was slightly hunched. What I remember, it was his eyes. He had very, very powerful yellow eyes. And immediately I felt a pressure and a coldness and numbness starting from the toes of my feet, and it kept coming up. It kept coming like really quickly into the rest of my body. As my toes were freezing and this cold kept going up my body, it felt like a deep cold, almost like a liquid cold. From whatever that cold was touching, I felt like the life was coming out of it. So I thought by the time it reaches my head, I'll die. As I was looking at that creature, as it was sitting on me, I would look inside the body. It's a very strange feeling. There's no word to exactly describe. And I saw like it was like a blackness, a really, really dark blackness that was drawing me in. It looked like a night, as you look at the night sky, but without stars. I had the feeling that he actually either wanted to kill me or get inside me. It looked like a spirit that you see in pictures, in old books, in old drawings. It looks like something that really came out of hell. There's no other way to describe it. I was trying to wake my partner so she could see that thing, and I couldn't speak. I couldn't master any sound. I didn't have enough strength to squeeze her, to wake her. I wasn't able to because I was paralyzed. Only my eyes would move. He was so strong, like he seemed to have immense strength. I felt like a mountain was sitting on me. His power was incredible. I didn't have a chance to survive it. I thought I didn't like this dream, so I wanted to just get out of it. So what I did, I woke myself up. And that creature was still on me. even though I passed from a state of being asleep into the waking state. I got really terrified because I didn't know you can only wake up once. You can wake again to get out of this. And what I did, the first thing that came to my mind is to start praying. When I was back home in Sunday school, we had a picture of Jesus on the wall. And I remember it was Jesus on the donkey on his way to Jerusalem. And that's the picture that came into my mind. As soon as I brought that picture into my mind, that creature backed off in horror. And then it grabbed me again. I prayed to Jesus. I say, Jesus, just save me. I say that in my mind. The second time it just let go and it floated away. There was no wings, no flapping, no sound. It just moved and it disappeared from the room where the ceiling meets the wall. It just left the room. So the only thing that saved me was that prayer. And at the same time I felt something different. I was able to move and I felt a presence right next to me, a very warm presence, something like an angel or someone who really cares for you. I don't know what it was because I couldn't see anything. I just had the feeling it was right there next to me. So I tried to touch that, whatever it was that was there, but I couldn't see it or touch it. I just knew it was there. As I got up, I was really shaken. I decided I have to get up and go and brush my teeth and get ready to go to work. So as soon as I stepped in the bathroom, I looked in the mirror and I saw the cross that I was always wearing, it was gone. The chain was still around my neck, but the cross was gone. I went back to the bed and I found the cross fell between my body and my partner's. I picked up the cross and then I noticed the link that links the cross and the chain was intact. The link wasn't open, and yet somehow the cross came off the chain. I started sobbing. So she woke up and asked me, what's the matter with me? What's wrong? So I told her the whole story. And I just didn't know what to think. She noticed that the cross also, the link was closed. And I believe this is the strongest piece of evidence that this thing happened, this thing was real. Somehow that creature caused that cross to fall off the chain. Obviously it could tolerate the cross, but it couldn't tolerate the fact that I was thinking of Jesus. And it left. I believe it's some kind of a spirit, a malevolent spirit, which is called an incubus. If it's male, if it's a female, it's called a succubus. And people usually have sexual experiences with those spirits. In my case, there was nothing sexual. I had the feeling that he just wanted to kill me. And if it wasn't for me praying at the right time, I think I wouldn't be sitting here right now. It affected my religious beliefs because I had my own beliefs. I did believe in God and I believe in Jesus too, but I wasn't giving it much thought because I always had doubts about it. You have to rethink everything. And you see a totally new angle of things in life. It actually changes you as a person because you're thinking you want to be a good person, because if this thing is real, if this demon is real, like what else is real? Does that mean that everything is real? Does that mean angels are real? Is God real? What if we die and we go to hell? So is there a heaven? Like, it makes you, all these questions go through your mind after when you see an apparition like this. And the whole incident, I can tell you in some ways it has changed my life.
Across cultures, almost every folk and religious tradition involves beliefs about demons of some sort. And it doesn't seem to matter how religious or how unreligious we are. When we believe we are confronting supernatural forces, we generally fall back on the religion of our childhood. And so it's not surprising that Victor went straight to Jesus and Christianity when he needed to defend himself. But Victor's silver cross should not be looked at as just a symbol of Jesus. It's also an example of a talisman. a physical object imbued with protective, magical energy. In Victor's very frightening case, that energy matched the intensity of his experience, an intensity that changed Victor's attitudes about heaven, hell, and the existence of God.
I wanted to see this ghost. I was daring him. I would talk to him in my monologue. Come on, why are you after my kids? You know, you just come and show yourself to me. Let me see you.
Victor believed his life was at stake, but Katrina Chaney was worried about much more than that. She had a family to protect, and she fought like a mother lion.
Well, the first experience was when we were sleeping in the house, everybody in their own rooms, my daughter, her boyfriend, my niece.